Yo, what's good people? Today I'm going to be breaking down how I made this rod wave type loop, so let's get straight into it.
I know I can love you, ooh, be there for you, yeah, 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 yeah. I know I can love you, feel the way I feel, yeah, 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 yeah.
So when making this melody, the first thing I started off with was the piano, and for this I used keyscape because, well, it's pretty common to use keyscape in these type of melodies. What I did used to use is I used to use addictive keys, and you can also use just any other keys you like. It all goes down to preference, really. So this kind of pattern I started it off with looks a little bit complicated, believe me. It's not as hard as it looks. So if I remove the top line, it kind of just looks like this. So all I've basically got here is I've got power chords. So this is just when you have the first and the fifth of the chord. You basically make a triad, you remove the third, that's a power chord. Pretty simple, there's not much to it. So for this, I've basically just got these symbol chords here, which is just the 1, the 4, the 6, 5, back down to the 4. It's a pretty simple chord progression. It is used quite a lot in these type of melodies. And the reason it goes down here instead of repeating these, just because it adds a little bit more texture to the melody, makes it feel a little bit more human, just adds a little bit more. These sound like this. And as well for this, what you want to do is you kind of want your piano to be a little bit softer. So I've just got the velocity quite far down. Then once I add this on, all I'm realistically doing is using the A sharp quite a lot, going down to the A just to add a little bit of tension there, just a little bit of dissonance. And I'm basically just following the same pattern. I've just moved them to add a little bit more rhythm. This note's just for a little bit of dissonance, these little bits here, just to kind of feed into the next chord. And then here I've just got a little riff just to kind of lead to the next section. And this is what that sounds like. And then the only thing I've changed there to add a little bit more flavour is just the top line. And it's quite simple in the first half, but then when you go here, it gets a little bit more complicated because the end bit, you kind of want a little bit more emotional, just so it feeds and then resolves back in the kind of soft melody. This is kind of just a melody, this is just going down, down, then it's kind of leading up. So then when you go here, it's going up to go back down again. And all of it sounds like this. And as you see here, there's just a little bit of note kind of leading where the melody should go. I like to add these in because when the vocal's on, they can kind of find a little bit of the melody and kind of lead them in a certain direction. Now for the effects for this is kind of what I consider to be a rod wave kind of nice piano. So I've just simply got an EQ to kind of shaping the piano a little bit, cutting out some of the lows, adding a little bit of highs just for that. Then one of my favourite plugins I recently got, Valhalla Shimmer. I don't know what half these do, I just know it sounds really good and that's what I messed around with quite a lot. So if you want to copy them, go ahead, feel free. And then I've just got a simple, I'm pretty sure this is a ping pong preset, wet turned down a little bit, then just a Valhalla reverb. Then for the second piano, this is just simply when it kind of drops out, goes into like a verse or a bridge. And this is basically just the same kind of chords, but the more kind of strummed and more together rather than kind of being off like that. And I found this kind of works with what I want, kind of dropping it out, making it a little bit more chill. Say if it's rod wave, you can just have kind of the emotion spill out at this point, and the main hook is just where kind of all the drums are going on. Then the next thing I've got is a simple bass line. It's basically just following the root note here. Then I've got a few extra just flares of notes, just to kind of fill in the area. And for the effects for that, all I've got is I've just got a simple EQ. I know you're not supposed to cut out your high end, but for this, I feel like it just kind of feels a little bit more better. Then we come to like the best part about these melodies, and that is the vocals. So for this, I'm using Arcade, pretty cheap plugin, I'm pretty sure as well. And for this, I've just got this simple pattern kind of repeating over, adding that emotion.
I know I can love you, be there for you. I know I can love you. feel.
And as you can sound here, they sound a lot more kind of realistic rather than what it normally sounds like, as this is what it normally sounds like.
I know I can love you.
It doesn't sound the best realistically. So first of all, what I've got is I've just got this compressor here. It's like one of my favorite compressors to use. To be fair, I don't know what it does. I just know it kind of levels everything out a little bit more, adds volume. Then I've just kind of squished the vocals together a little bit more. Then once again, reverb, ping pong delay.
I know I can love you. I know I can love you.
Sounds a little bit more sampled, and that's the kind of vibe I'm going for. And I've just shifted it a little bit to the right, stereo separated it quite a lot. Now for the vocals, I did feel like it was kind of missing a little bit more in the second half, because if it was repeating, it was just getting really stale. I know there's that top melody, but I wanted a little bit more just to change. So I went back into Arcade, the same bank, and I basically added a few notes which go in between them vocals. So if I open this here, you can see kind of hits in between, and this just sounds like this. And for this, I've just put it into a different bus. It's got basically the same effects. I've just changed this a little bit. The EQ, I've squished it a little bit more on the highs. I've actually lowered the reverb quite a bit, and I've just changed this for putting way more delay. So it still kind of sounds like it's reverbed, but it's lots more delay because I prefer that in the sound. Then for this, I've just simply laid down the pattern like I would normally do, rendered it out into one main kind of thing. And for this, all you do is you can highlight all your things. You go into here, you go into the little arm track on the master, press Alt, R, and then I just render that out. Comes as this big block, and I've just simply pitched this up 300 cents. And that's basically it. It's quite simple to make these types of melodies. There's not much to it. If you like the video, please leave a like, subscribe. Also check out my Instagram, which is somewhere here. Appreciate you for watching. Peace out.